Hello, everyone. This is Robert Sloan with you once again. Today is a pretty day. We've got some weather, and we have been getting weather here in Southern California for a second now. But yeah, oh, excuse me. A little bit of hot chocolate wanting to come back up. So, yeah, the reason you didn't get a video yesterday, if anybody was curious, is I wasn't feeling good. And oh yeah, and they warn you, what's the most common side effect of the Whipple? Oh, you're gonna get some diarrhea. And boy, howdy, I was laid up for a second. But better now. And oh, look at this. We're coming up on the neighborhood ravens here in this part of Apple Valley. They're a pretty clever group of fucking animal. Ooh, excuse my language. Goodness. Almost said a bad word. Which is actually, this is the second attempt at a video. The first one, I started reviewing it. I was like, oh goodness, that's not good. Wow, I got myself a bit of a potty mouth. And that's when you're trying to make clean content and try to be helpful, it is not helpful to use language that might offend. So I had to scrap the original video today, and we're going to do this one, which so far it seems like it's doing pretty well. Just making sure, turning around, making sure that I'm not going to get hit by a car. And yeah, hopefully here this weekend I'm going to go back out and hunt some more rocks down. Because that's my favorite thing in the whole world to do. And because it helps me to clear my mind. Anytime I'm outside, I'm praying to God. Let's put it that way. And as I believe, prayer and meditation go hand in hand. They're inseparable. They're the same thing. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. Is having a spiritual practice in your life. And I'm going to say it like I said before. It doesn't matter if it's Christian, or Jewish, Islamic, or Buddhist, or Hindu, or Shinto. I do not care if you want to pray to the great Sky Father and the great Corn Mothers, or Corn Sisters, sorry. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. And because we believe it, because it brings us happiness, and it helps us to deal with stressful situations. And so I believe for those reasons that is immeasurably good for you to have a spiritual practice in your life. Speaking from personal experience and only my own experiences, I'm not speaking for the rest of you at all. I'm quite sure there are some atheists in the group. Respect you. Don't agree with you, but I respect you. And I hope that you get better too. I really do. I want everybody to come out of this healthy. I hope we all make it out of this. Yeah, but I think that, that prayer or meditation, whichever way you're going to go about it, man, does it help the mind. And it helps you to clear out some negativity in your life. And you become aware of some of the reasons why you do certain things. You become more aware of yourself. You come out of yourself, and I think when you have that, I think that helps with dealing with pain, because then you can find a place inside yourself, that, like for me, it helps that I can use prayer to ease the pain of this procedure, and I believe that the only way to explain it is that, for me, I believe that the Lord sends His servants, His angels, and they protect me, and they heal me. Now, I know some of you are gonna go, that sounds far-fetched. I get it. But like I said, whatever gets you through the night, right? This is what gets me through the night. And I just think I wish everybody could have what I have going on, right? That's why I want to talk about it. And like I said, I understand everybody comes to God in their own way. And but I hope that you start a spiritual journey, that somehow that you can use your situation to improve yourself spiritually. That you can become a better person from it. That when are human beings their most noble? Is only when they suffer. Only when they are facing the most dire situations. And then you'll truly see the beauty and love of mankind. It's only found in the most terrible of situations. Not only, but the greatest examples always come from terrible things. I believe that as a Christian. I also believe that the closer that you get to God, the more that you will suffer. The suffering is the burning away of ego, the burning away of sin. That's fundamentally the basics of what I believe. Now, I did take and read a couple of books. I took a course one semester in high school. I took comparative religion, and then read a couple of books outside of that. But I think now that I'm faced with this, it has clarified my life. This whole situation has made everything quite clear to me. So I think that I'm a better person for it. I know it sounds weird, but that's part of that positivity thing. That's the whole point. That God isn't going to let me be a negative individual, a defeatist, because I'm not. I'm a survivor. I've had a rough life, and I've made it through it thus far by the will of God and by His guided hand, or His guiding hand, sorry. Get your English right, Rob. All right. So, and we're really going to try to push for a 15-minute video this time. Because I think the subject is worth 15 minutes. And I'll tell you the power, you want to see the power of meditation or prayer. They have this video on YouTube with these monks. I think they're Tibetan. Meaning they're Theravada Buddhists. And in the middle of winter, on top of these mountains, they'll take their robes and soak them in water. And then they go out on this kind of semi-exposed shelf on the side of the mountain. And through the power of meditation, it can increase the amount of heat that their bodies, they can just burn a lot of calories, right? And keep themselves warm. These guys would be out there like for a few hours, you know, I think it's like 8 hours max. But when they come back in, the robes are dry. And they seem pretty relatively unharmed. It's just an example of that. Now, for the agnostics and atheists in the room, we could say that they have mastered the ability of biofeedback loops within the body, which is certainly true. That's really the physical reaction that's going on. But isn't it funny that you have to get your mind into, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, folks, you know, some of you might know this. Are they alpha or beta waves in the brain, you know? But they say that that induces these religious experiences. Well, my question is, if there's no God, well, why would that have to exist? Because it sounds like a deliberate act by a sentient thinking God to design that into the programming, the biological programming of the human mind. Now, because that's the only way you're going to explain 90% of the human species, or greater than 90% of the human species, believing in some sort of deity. I'm sorry, agnostics and atheists out there. You are definitely in the minority. Okay? And it has to do with just how our brains function. Can't be helped. And you don't, I'm just asking, what do you think? Because that seems kind of odd to me, right? So when I tell you that I've really thought about all this shit, and really thought about it, you know, look at these, did you catch that? I'm going to go back through and try to find the guy's license plate. I think I got it. All up in the other lane. That's crazy, isn't it? Well, God bless him. I hope they get home safely. Honest. Now, yeah. It just blew my mind just how bad of a driver that was. Going way too fast on this road. All up in the other lane. It still bugs me. It bugs me. Wow. All right, so yeah. Hey, man. You're just going to have to explain to me why the human mind is programmed to have a belief in a supreme being, and there not being a supreme being. I'm just saying, you know. But I hope that everybody had a great Christmas, and we're 2 days away from the changing of the year, and yeah, hope everybody has a fun New Year's too. I will be at home and watching heavy metal. The original one, not that heavy metal 2. Yikes, what a nightmare of a flick. The original heavy metal, wow. My son got me in, so I might watch, as you can tell, I really like animation. Yeah, but come on, you know. Yeah. John Candy and Rick Moranis. Yeah, Rick Moranis, he shined in that movie. He had some really good comedic points, him playing the robot. So, all right, but back to